Hey everyone, bloodmako here, and this is my video for the new event, Cloudy with a chance of Squall. I think Square Enix was having fun with the name, right? It's like Cloud, Squall, you know, and the movie, you know, the one with the meatballs, I can't remember what's it called anyway. But I know that it's like Cloudy with a chance of meatballs, something like that, if I'm not wrong. So you saw me double checking at the beginning. It's actually there's no HP requirement. It's just bringing a great sword user, and basically that's Cloud. I'm pretty sure there's tanks for that. Up and coming Zack, you know, will be really good for this event as well. But yeah, I decided to opt for Cloud instead. I'm not sure how often I'll use him because honestly he's quite annoying to use in the video because of the music, right? It's copyrighted, so I have to edit it out, which is also why for this video actually I had to find another music to put in, and well, the editing is crazy, so I'm not sure how often I'll do it. But Garnet's Burst did nothing there, and that's because for some reason this boss have I believe it's like Brave and HP reduction when he is concentrating. I'm not sure, but it feels like they are doing a lot lesser damage towards the end of the fight. Noctis doesn't care, of course. Noctis is just doing Noctis things with his Legacy of the Lucii. Just and also because of his ultimate weapon, yeah, that's why. So as you can see, Gun is not even hitting cap, and we are only at the beginning of the fight. And we already have, I believe it's Warp Step on them, the point blank Warp Step. We have Gabrov's Call on them, so there's some defense down from the Warp Step. I'm not sure whether the call does any defense, because I mean, you know, two unique debuffs that Gabrov put. But yeah, and then I didn't use my other two calls because if you I'm not sure if you noticed, but at the beginning of the fight, if you take 7 turns in a row, then the boss will instantly take a turn, and you know, the usual cleanse is debuff, that kind of thing. So honestly, I was trying to avoid doing that, like avoid taking so many turns in a row. But honestly, with Noctis it's kind of hard to do that, and even without applying Warp Step on my party members, the bosses, I mean 7 turns were already taken. So not the end of the world, you know. Not really. I mean, B just did some brave attack. It's only A that was an issue, and it's because of this Toxify. AOE, I believe it's magic HP attack, Brave plus HP if I'm not wrong. Will always come out of break, so it doesn't matter whether it's broken or not, it will still do damage. And right here I should have just burst with Cloud, but honestly it doesn't really matter because they just took their turn, so it doesn't matter whether I delay them or not, or just try and apply more debuff calls on them. So I opted to apply a few more, because if you look at the turn order, they are bound to take another instantaneous turn. You know, it's definitely happening, especially if I'm going into the burst with Cloud, which I plan to do. Then yeah, when Cloud delays them, there's no way that less than 7 turns were taken. Anyway, burst sequence doesn't count, it counts as 1 turn. So unless you're really unlucky, you go into burst and then they instantly take a turn. You know, that's just a bad play on your part. But yeah, so not the end of the world if they do cleanse their debuff. So I suggest bringing more calls that buff your characters instead. Someone like Kit Sith, Elise, you know, Sars, he works as well. In fact, this Kit Sith and Sars, if I'm not wrong, I'm not so sure about their calls, but I know that if you actually bring them for this fight, they should improve your crit chance. So yeah, it also helps with maintaining the AOE, because every time you do crit damage, you are actually increasing the AOE by 1. And all forms of Brave crit damage will increase the AOE, so you don't have to do any HP damage, you can just do Brave damage on one of the boss, and it will still increase the AOE. And actually they are really trying to really sell Squall for the crit damage, because Squall will always be maintaining the orb because of all his AOE Brv shaving and stuff like that, right? So yeah, he'll always be increasing it by 1, especially if you have the burst. And as for the the delay, because there is the delay orb as well. That one I believe they're trying to sell Cloud, because you have to delay them by 2, and that's exactly what Blade Beam does. It delays the boss by 2. The only problem is that it's an AOE, so instead of just focus firing on one, letting one go, and then after that switching targets to the one that has just gone, when you do a Blade Beam, there's a very high chance that the boss will just instantly take a turn somewhere along the when you're using your party members, because for example, Garnet starts with 2 turns, right? Cloud starts with 1, Noctis starts with 1, so that's 4 turns already, and not including calls, not including breaking them in order. So if you break them in order, it's 5. If you accidentally use a call, that's 6. So you only have like 1 turn leeway, and in case you break them twice, that's it. So if you delay, if you use Blade Beam to delay them, it's like a guaranteed they will instantly take a turn. So you might consider breaking them out of order. For me, I just didn't care. I just brute force the entire fight. In fact, the burst sequence could have gone a lot better if I had I had more. I believe all the calls are up. So this reduction in damage is mainly because Cloud's burst effect is over. I don't have any more additional attack, and if even if you don't have Cloud, Locke should be able to handle this pretty well. But even then, look at the damage, 15 mil, pretty decent. And again, I could have most definitely gotten more, because Noctis follow-up wasn't doing much, the Garnet wasn't doing much, the aerial damage wasn't doing much as well. I wasn't doing much aerial damage towards the end of the burst sequence. So yeah, definitely room for improvement in terms of the damage wise. But yeah, in general, I feel like I did pretty well, considering the fact that I was actually really brute forcing it. And I also didn't use my friend summon, so yeah, that's another thing I got going for me. But if you can find someone like a Locke, you might consider replacing Noctis with him. I just wanted to bring Noctis. I just want to see how far I can bring him. But yeah, replacing Noctis would be the smart choice. Bring someone like Locke or maybe Butts. Again, it's a pretty old burst, might not be very viable now, but definitely Garnet, with auras and stuff. You might just want to stack the amount of auras that is being given to Cloud and then just go crazy with him, just to see how much damage he can do, right? But yeah, maybe Butts might be good because of how often Cloud launches the enemies. So every time he launches, Butts will just give the refund. Squall is also really good for this fight, with his new reworked burst effect. I believe now he has HP damage up and attack up, something like that. I'm not exactly sure. If you really want to know, then you should check out the infographic done by Thornberry Troop. But I look at that, Garnet is doing 2000. Not exactly sure why she's doing so little. But gone into summon. I believe it's like the first few times I'm actually going into summon recently. But you can actually feel the power creep of the boss. It's slowly catching up to where we are. So Noctis still doing cap damage. That's courtesy of the ultimate weapon. But once you reach this part of the fight, it's really in the back, because even if the boss takes a turn at about, I believe I entered the summon at about 12%, then it really doesn't matter already, because you're in summon. There's no way that the boss will take a turn on it. But yeah, this is the fight. More annoying because of I believe it's auras. There's auras that the bosses have, but in general, it's still very manageable. You can still bring teams that you really want. You can still use characters that you really like. So not the end of the world. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I wish you all the best for your pulls if you are really pulling for Cloud or Squall, and I'll see you guys in the next one.